What just happened?
Every fall, Texas State has its annual homecoming game. The games can be exciting, especially whenever the big lead doesn't last.
Football isn't the only sport important for homecoming. We had front row seats at the soapbox derby.
If you're looking to expand your resume, you should consider an internship.
It's definitely given me a lot of hands-on experience.
Speaking of expanding your resume, the school just hosted a bunch of alumni who are now media professionals. You'll hear from a couple.
Hi, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ronnie Lee Miller.
And I'm Cole Harris. Welcome to the special edition of Bobcat Update.
We hosted two big events here at Texas State. Our School of Journalism and Mass Communication hosted its annual Mass Communication Week, with dozens of media professionals stopping by.
But we start with the other big event, homecoming. We have a team coverage starting with the biggest event, the Saturday night football game. Sports reporter Tyson Barnes joins us with the story.
Thanks, guys. The tradition is that you're supposed to win your homecoming game. So a lot of schools scheduled a weak opponent. Not Texas State, though. Our team has really struggled against the Troy Trojans, winning only once in the last 14 games, dating back 28 years. But this time, the Cats were up by 3 touchdowns in the first half. Then, Troy tied it with a minute left. The Cats marched downfield, setting up a field goal, but tragically missed it. That sent the game into overtime, and this.
What just happened?
Troy scored a touchdown on the first possession of overtime, then stopped Texas State 4 times for the win. Coach G.J. Kinney described it as a crazy game for the second week in a row. Thanks to Texas State alum and host of Squaring Around podcast, Jacob Rodriguez, for this video. So, last weekend, the Bobcats flew to West Virginia to play Marshall, and it happened again. A late game tie, overtime, and a loss. Our media partners over at The Zone have a mid-season look at a Texas State football team that isn't doing quite as well as we expected. Here's reporter Jaden Lockett.
The website College Football News predicted before the season started that Texas State would win 75% of their games and have a 9-win, 3-loss record. But now, halfway through the 2025 season, the Cats find themselves at 500 with 3 wins against 3 losses. After starting the season 3-1, the Cats lost 2 straight. They led the Troy Trojans by 21 points in the first quarter of the homecoming game, but the Cats stumbled and gave up 24 points in the second half.
2 weeks in a row, just crazy games. Felt like we played every situation the right way. No turnovers again. Just in the second half, we couldn't get off the field. We just kept on. They just kept converting 4th downs, getting the 2-point conversions. We held them on the one, which was really good. Those guys made a lot of plays. Give those guys a lot of credit. But same thing. I don't know how many yards of offense we had, but same thing. Whatever points it was, no turnovers. You got to be able to win those games.
Even with the 2 tough losses, Coach Kinney does see some positive performances from his players.
We're playing pretty well on offense in the second half. We got to play better on defense and the special teams.
And even though the Bobcats are not where they would like to be at the halfway point of the season, Coach Kinney has not lost hope.
I've been in this situation as a player and won 10 games, so we got to get back to work. Obviously, Sunbelt's a really, really tough league and got a bunch of really good teams, left on the schedule. So we need everything we got and just got to go back to work and get back in here tomorrow and get healthy and review the film and that's really all you can do. You can't worry about too much.
While Kinney is certainly disappointed with these outcomes, he feels even worse for his players.
I hurt for them, this one stings for sure, especially after last week. It stings, and we got to do a better job as coaches of putting them in situations to go win games like this.
Kenny and the Cats hope to rebound at home against James Madison on October the 28th. With Bobcat football, I'm Jaden Lockett for The Zone.
There's no football game this weekend, but that's because of a wild schedule change. Texas State hosts James Madison Tuesday night at the UFCU Stadium. That should make for pretty interesting traffic getting on and off campus that evening. That's it for sports, and I'm still not over that 2 overtime loss.
I know, right? Sad to lose a big lead. Thanks, Tyson.
So before the football game, homecoming week was pretty lit. Reporter Diego Halamek shows us how one nighttime event is bringing students together in a whole new light.
Texas State Homecoming Week is off to a bright start as over 1,200 students and staff come together for the second annual BOCO Glow Run. Before the race began, participants enjoyed a variety of pre-run activities, playing cornhole, 9 square, and grabbing some snow cones while hanging out with friends and meeting new people. But as the sun sets, the lights come on and the glow sticks start to shine, marking the official start of the night's festivities. The 2.3-mile nighttime run takes participants throughout the heart of campus, blending school spirit with fitness and fun. It's one of the many ways Texas State encourages students to stay active and connected during homecoming.
The lights may fade at the end of the night, but our Bobcat spirit won't. We're here at the West Sports Field for the second annual BOCO Glow Run, one of the many events happening this week for homecoming.
Organized by the student government and the campus recreational center, the event draws hundreds of students, faculty, and alumni for a fun, glowing night. Student Body President Abby Myers says that the Glow Run highlights the university's efforts to bring the community together in a relaxed and a welcoming environment.
I hope they walk away with memories, maybe some extra connections, and just know that our university wants to put on events for them that don't necessarily inherently benefit anything other than a fun experience that they'll get to look back on.
For many students, the run is also a great way to mix homecoming spirit with their own fitness goals.
I wanted to participate because I'm training for a half marathon in February, and I saw this race coming up and thought it looked a lot of fun.
As the night wraps up, the finish line is filled with laughter, music, and memories. And of course, it can't be a BOCO Glow Run without BOCO himself, cheering the participants on and showing school spirit, a reminder of what it means to be a Bobcat during homecoming week. From Bobcat Update, I'm Diego Holloway.
Guess what? I just got back from the Soapbox Derby last Friday. It was a blast. Lots of crashing cars, flying hay, and hay. Here's the story from me and Sarah Bergen. During the HOCO weekend, Texas State hosted its annual Soapbox Derby, where racers from many clubs and other social orgs competed in the ongoing and challenging race for the epic title of victor.
So basically they're gonna have 2 cars just going down and they're just racing to the end, right? So we're gonna see these cars going to like 20, 30 miles per hour. And hopefully we get to see who comes out on top.
Texas! Eat 'em up! Eat 'em up! Eat 'em up! Eat 'em up!
Today I'm going to be racing with Pi Kappa Alpha and Zeta Tau Alpha. It's going to be my first time and my last time actually, so we're going to see how it goes, yeah. We're going to crush it, absolutely.
Coordinating the event as well as just making sure all the fraternities and all the groups that were participating, they were where they needed to be. And then I was the line judge of the event, so I got to see who won first up close.
Racers were launched from a ramp down a steep hill to be greeted by a roaring crowd and flying hay barrels.
It's a close one. It's a close one. The men of Pike win the 2025 Soapbox Derby.
Pi Kappa Alpha partnered with Zeta Tau Alpha, sent their courageous driver Eli Vidalis to secure the trophy and bring home the title of victor.
We're going to the square, man. Gonna hit up Logie's, burn down the square, baby.
We mentioned another big story happening at the same time as homecoming.
Right. Mass Communication Week. It happens every October and it brings a bunch of media professionals to campus. A bunch of them are alumni. Reporter Emily Sanchez and photographer Emily Chopin takes us along.
For Texas State students in the School of Journalism and Mass Communication, there is one week that brings more than just endless homework and juggling deadlines. It also brings one of the most educational and career-focused events of the year, Mass Communication Week. Dozens of panels, workshops, networking opportunities, and breakout sessions with media experts from all over are lined up for students this week to give them the opportunity to have professional conversations and ask questions about their future career options.
October 6th through the 10th, students are gathered here at Old Main on the Texas State campus every day, where guest speakers and industry professionals in broadcasting, journalism, digital marketing, and public relations host multiple talks. These panels give students the chance to build understanding, network, and connect what they learn in the classroom to real-world careers in the media landscape.
Texas State organizes Mass Communication Week yearly to encourage SJMC students to make connections and get quality advice from media pros and alumni that started as students and launched themselves into successful media careers. Through daily sessions of Q&As, hands-on workshops, Zoom sessions, and hourly panels, students have a multitude of options to choose from to learn directly from the media experts themselves. Jill Ament, a lecturer of practice in the School of Journalism and Mass Communication, hopes students will get valuable information out of attending Mass Communication Week events.
Getting them connected with those people that are outside of Old Main, that are outside of the campus, I think is really important for students who need to see what's next.
Students explain that Mass Communication Week is more than just a school event. It's a head start in their careers.
But I think having Mass Comm Week, when we bring in these guest speakers and showcase our opportunities, helps me realize that, like, wait, this guy who's now the CEO of his advertising agency had the same issues.
Emmy-winning producer at KENS 5 News and a Texas State alum, Jacob Rodriguez shares his reasoning for paneling at Mass Comm Week.
People come in to share their knowledge, and I think that's kind of what it's all about. Like, I owe so much of my career to my professors and mentors that I had at Texas State. So this is the very least I could be doing. It's like trying to share the wealth with the next generation.
Texas State students in this school have a choice of 5 majors: advertising, digital media, electronic media, journalism, PR, and mass communications. To get expert knowledge, gain industry insight, and take professional steps to reach your career goals, Mass Comm Week is the place to be. The Mass Communication Week schedule and times are located on the Texas State website for students to choose from to best fit their schedules.
From Bobcat Update, I'm Emily Sanchez.
One of those guest speakers offers something pretty unique. He takes a few students from Texas State back to work with him. Sebastian Corns and I got to talk with the internship coordinator from KXAN TV in Austin.
At KXAN News in Austin, the next generation of journalists is learning what it takes to make the news. Through hands-on internships, students at Texas State University are gaining real-world experience beyond the classroom. News director Christopher Adams says internships are about sharpening existing skills, not starting from scratch. With just one semester to learn, KXAN interns are challenged to meet the fast pace of the newsroom.
Yeah, so I view internships as I want to build on the skills that you already have. So I always look to see if someone has kind of like a base level of knowledge from class or from extracurricular activities, things like that. And so I want to see someone who already has that base level, and then we can build on that through the semester.
From producing and editing to writing and reporting, KXAN interns are doing the work. Adams says the program mirrors the real-world demands of a professional newsroom.
Very, very hands-on. Our interns are not sitting in the back and watching, they are actually doing. So for example, in a class, you might have a whole week to put a package together. Whereas during the internship, we challenge our interns to do it in one day, because when they become reporters or when they become MMJs, they will be telling stories in one day. So we want them as close to that real-world experience as possible.
For Texas State senior Julia Goodard, transitioning from student media to a professional station has been eye-opening.
It's definitely given me a lot of hands-on experience, and we don't have all of these big programs that the stations use, so getting to work at a station even temporarily really has helped me kind of gain an insight as to what I will be getting into.
From the classroom to the newsroom, Texas State students are proving that passion and persistence can turn opportunity into experience, and experience into a future in journalism.
We learned some really great information. As SJMC students, we all got to hear from the different speakers.
Yeah, actually, the other day I talked with a documentary producer, Justin Sprague, in my capstone class. He's been really helpful pointing me in the right direction towards film internships. That's all we have for this edition of Bobcat Update. Thank you so much for joining us.
Watch this space for more news by students for students. We'll see you soon.